And now it is time for Therox, not Siberiats. Are you a god? Was made for this game, and I'm sorry. Yes, that's their name. Stern. And now that when we were placed, we looked around, and we found that guy, so now I'm going to guess. Well, he could have moved since then. Let's check that square. No, he's gone. He flew the coop. Now let's check the zone. See if he's in there. He's still in there with us. He moved, but he's still there. He's still there. So he's still in this. He's still in this zone. These three of this row transposed up to here. To not be based with this character, he's not a flyer, so he'd have to run around here. Let's check if he's based with us. He is. Good. Right. No, he'd run around. Of course not. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Anything else we could see? There's no one else in that zone. We checked it. This guy could come over here. Now we can attack. It's our turn. Their first turn immunity is gone. Like that. Let's check brainiac zones. Detroit Steel can see this. Stay away from that labyrinth. Hey! Not for you. Go for me, please. Go for me. There's nothing. We checked this zone already. Did we? Let's check and see. Only brainiac there. We don't need to check these squares of the diagonal precedent that we can see. Anything else? Yes. Not in there. Check these. See this one? Can you see that one? Yes, and you can see up here. Close it. You can also see the snags. Now let's have brainiac roll. Oh, we did not check the squares. Brainiac could see that we're not in a zone. Divvying up that ATP adenosine triphosphate molecule and approaching incandescent electromagnetic radiation macromolecular approaching diagramless electrochemical bond snap power emission body heat infrared. We're going to roll to attempt to pick up that relic. So we found that he had moved. Now he's on your potato salad grill. Rolling for the relic. Brainiac. 5. That gets it. What the Macran crystal does is it permits whoever it is that picks it up to, upon being KO'd, to be returned to their last, or presumably the click with the highest small red numeric symbol, or presumably the closest to the KO click upon the paper or Greek firefly disk upon which the various numerological symbols and light clatter, alternation, gradation, concentration, variations of material refined from the earth by the power and discipline of the mind in man's Prometheonic ascent, representing the powers and abilities that would represent those that are of greater damage, as opposed to those that of the specific edge of what would be conveyed by through the dial window, the right diasno rather than lialo, the beginning of the dial, and they have numbers now. At one point they did not have numbers, but now they have numbers. So the highest numbered click, and then heal them too. He's coming back to life at some point. That took an action to do that. What else would Brainiac be doing? Right, and let's have Detroit Steel announce an attack. He's got 10 movement and running shot, which gives him running shot of 5. You might not be able to see the guy from there. And you know where he is at the beginning of the turn, at the beginning of the action also, so his running shot is now working by typical HeroClix principles, even though he is obstructed from line of sight by Tharok. Let's have Tharok try to roll breakaway and running shot on Angrier. 4. He gets it. I don't think Angrier has plasticity or anything like that. No, he does not. So he gets it. Let's have him running shot. He's got 9 movement, which gives him, once again, running shot of 5. The principle in this system of recreation for determining that is the speed is the half of the speed, and if the half of the speed is the fraction, the next integer number that is, or not integer, but the next number that is not a fraction that is higher than it, the next highest non-fraction number, or integer, that's what they're called. In this case, half of 9 is 4.5, so then up to 5. You have 5. Running shot. Let's running shot it up. Boing. Okay, we're going to do penetrating psychic blast, energy explosion, just for the thrill. Just for the thrill! For the thrill! That's 6. Penetrating psychic blast, no probability control. That hit 17. Angrier has 18. That misses. Oh, we have Detroit Steel. Detroit Steel save the day. What is your range? He has 7 range. So that's less than Tharok. If Detroit Steel was any further closer to that end of the map, he would not be within Tharok's range to perplex him, which is 8, his range, from where Tharok is without performing that move and attack action, which was here, which you would, if you were to move 1 more closer to this edge of the map, you would be in the position that Angrier now is in, which means he's 9 squares away from Detroit Steel, which is 2 more than he would need. I could give him +2 to his range, and then he could fire from right there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have him running shot. I could have him running shot 2 and then just have him running shot 3 so he can be behind that pillar, maybe hide from someone who might be over here. And oh, he has some kind of energy explosion. We're not going to use that right now. He has 10 on. He has some kind of energy explosion. It's a special power. I'm guessing it's energy explosion. So he's a robot. Robots have energy explosion. Robotist. That's errant prejudice against robots. You should be subject to the full extent of the high and Wilhelm normative social influence. That was 10, by the way. So we got 10. That's 20. Robots hitting 20. So that hits this guy. You deal 4 damage. Angrier takes 2. Modern tangential ancient archetypal structures of authority, in this case concentrated state powers. You get this. Everyone's taking an action. Let's have Brainiac perplex up Detroit Steel's defense to 19. Let's have Tharok perplex up his own defense to 18. We moved a bit, did some moving. We broke away, went here. Change what we can see. Probably does. on the way, you can see all of these. Right in there, and you can see this one. Also, you can see a diagonal here. Now, once here, we can see this and that. Check that square already. Got it, unit, alright. Then, we attacked him and it did not work. So we had him move. So on this map, apparently being next to that pillar would mean moving 2, not 3. So he moved 2. Do that attack on this board. Then he attacked Angrier and dealt 2 damage to Angrier. Ooh, so angry. So ugly. Ooh. And does that change what he can see? He can see this diagonal now, stopping here, but now it's going to continue for this, the particular parts of the perimeter of this translucent Greek fire plate canopy lid container frame is blocking terrain, is the peg of blocking terrain. And you see this on an angle. Linear area occupation precedent. The squares that are near the particular parts of the perimeter of that geometrical, quadrilateral geometrical translucent Greek fire plate container, canopy lid container frames that are near the particular parts of the perimeter of other quadrilateral geometrical ancillary psychological influence used to track the structure or volumes of other translucent Greek fire plate canopy lid container frames. In this case, you probably can see some of this also, because it is not further away from the particular translucent Greek fire plate container canopy lid than that of the particular end of the parts of the perimeter that are particular. I am a particular distance from the parts of the perimeter of quadrilateral geometrical information used to track the volumes and structures of translucent Greek fire plate container frames that have the peg representing blocking terrain. Check that. And that'll be it. We'll be able to see this and that. The parts of the perimeter of the quadrilateral geometrical configuration or ancillary psychological principles used to track the translucent Greek fire plate canopy lid container frames. Anything else, Brainiac? We checked Brainiac's zone. Brainiac's not going anywhere. That will be it for Team Feroc, not Siberiat. Are you a god? Was made for this game. I'm sorry. Yes, that's their name. This was made aware of some things in the previous turn. This was made aware that someone attempted to dual target. Outrageous. This was told that Superman attempted to dual target and failed. Ludicrous. Felonious, bordering on feloniously ludicrous. This was told that Wonder Woman engaged in an Alamo standoff. I didn't tell you that. I assumed that. Why? I'm right, am I not? Okay, then this was told that that Diana outwitted Running Shot with knowledge she picked up on the mascara. I took a class. She took a class. All right. And that I'm based with Angrier. He's a ton of fun. Oh, this is what goodness. So I'm based with somebody. So that means for both of us to be based. If you were over here, one of these. There. Just wanted to see that. It's urgent. Right, let's check the zones now. God dang. Oh my god. Oh, it's almost everybody. Got Angrier, got Feroc, Detroit Steel, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Hearts of the world unite. Oh, come on, so let's check this zone. Find everybody. Find so many people. I found one just from the assumption that being based here soon. This had made certain assumptions. Base assumption. I found Wonder Woman. There you are. There's the standoff. Occupying the particular translucent Greek fireflame slot ensconced in its clandestine glower within translucent quadrilateral psychological ancillary principles used to track the structure of translucent Greek fireflame. Canopy, that's a zone marker. Canopy lead container frames. That is farther from the edges of the alternate subtext, like clatter representing the environmental terrain marker slots of the translucent Greek fireflame variety, reflecting the precedent. It adhered to translucent Greek fireflame. 2 containers, straws, terrain marker slots. Leave those up. Ah, there's a brand. Do we have everybody? We found Wonder Woman. We know our guys are here. I think they were. That's 5 guys. We got everybody. The only one who's missing is Brainiac. He's always hiding somewhere, trying to download the world's knowledge. It's not gonna. If he could pull that off, kind of infrastructure. No, he's got a juiced hard drive. You know he's using superconducting on that thing. How else can you download the world's knowledge in less than an hour, or in any period of time in which human beings could live to see the end of the world's knowledge on one hard disk drive? It's outrageous. Only he and Frylock are the only 2 people to achieve this feat. What can we see? These 2 guys. Detroit Steel sees on an angle. The angle section. Degenerate. Right, from the positioning of the specific parts of the Greek fire, the parts of the perimeter of the Greek fire blade. Quadrilateral psychological ancillary principle tracked geometrical quadrilateral Greek fire plate. Canopy. Lid container frames. I was going to say that. And their distance from other translucent Greek fireplate canopy lid container frames of the ancillary psychological principle tract geometrical quadrilateral variety from the specific quadrilateral psychological ancillary principle tract geometrical quadrilateral translucent Greek fireplate polymer canopy lid container frames that represent blocking terrain. That you can see these also, but maybe not these because of the positioning. I'm going to just say it like this. A bit deterministic. A lot of stuff. Nobody's in there. Not exactly sure who I'm searching for. I think, are all 3 guys here now? Superman, Wonder Woman, who's that 3rd guy? Angrier. No, they're all here. The whole opposing team would be in that one, under one roof, assembled under one roof to fix a light bulb. Well, then then inhale the bloody Freon out of the refrigerator. We did not tell you that. I just figured you were the type. Been around the block a time or 2. You don't think I know what it means? And come in here, that teal-blue tool case. You're here to inhale Freon. Well, let's not tell anyone about this. First chance I get, I'm not telling anyone. See that? These 2. Diagnose this and that. Nope. Nope. Let's check. here. Check Brainiac zone. What is Brainiac doing? Only Brainiac in there. Check all of these. Might be a good idea to start moving around. Because if they start looking in here for me, we will have a problem. But this character does not prefer to push right now, because then I'll lose that perplex. We have actions available to us. We do. We both have. Do they both have willpower? They both have Indomitable, which gives them willpower. We can take another action here. It's about bloody time we have also. Right, someone has taken my running shot. So we could get rid of Angrier. Let's just beat the stuffing out of Angrier. We have then a Wonder Woman to deal with here. This is bollocks, man. I think this guy has toughness right now. We might be able to kill this guy, Angrier, with maybe one hit. If he has toughness, this guy deals 5 damage. How many clicks might he have? He's already on his 3rd click. If we could deal him 6 damage, he'll take 4. And he'll be on his 7th click. He might not have 7 clicks. Yeah, he might. We could perplex up by 2. We could hit him for 6 damage. We have 2 perplexes available. 6 damage. That's a lot of damage to throw into one. I don't like putting all the resources in one attack so soon. Let's try to break. Let's have. We're gonna break away and announce an attack with Detroit Steel. Beginning of the turn, we just found that guy just right there. We found Wonder Woman staring at us. The contempt this had only seen in a raised mountain jackal. I'm not certain if there are such things as mountain jackals. If there are, that's what they were. He's actually here. And what else? That's all of them. I'm going to try and break away with Detroit Steel. Running shot. We only have one target with that guy. Got breakaway. He does not have plasticity. Let's up here. Let's examine on the board where we can go without being based with anyone. Oh dear, I don't think there is anywhere this can go without being based. With 5, oh there it is. It's just not quite where this thought it would be. This one is a flyer, so this can ignore characters for movement purposes. Has to get to a place where he's not based. With 5 movement, this might be able to do that. Maybe let's take the fight away from Brainiac. Take him somewhere else. With that breakaway. 3. And then 2 over here. Now we're going to fire on Superman from... I do a DuPont slit corner pocket shot. Go body shots from around the corner. 7. 7. So how much your attack? Like 10, 17? Oh, that misses. He missed. Therok. Therok should try to just run to get away from that. Because then they're going to... There's 3 characters here who can make one... Can attack one guy now. Therok's going to try and beat it. Got it. With 5. Let's have him bolt this way. No! No! I don't want to die! There's a mad pervert after my lizard lord. That is a joke. Go here. Tharok is going to perplex his own defense to 18. Oh man, this is a terrible idea. And Brainiac will perplex Detroit Steel's defense to 19. Try to meet on the other side of the corner. And Brainiac will clear. Detroit Steel broke away, did a running shot. Running shot his full 5. Tamam shot. Diagonal on Superman and missed. And Tharok decided to cheese it.
Gotta cheese it. You'll run to preserve my interests. Start a series of interdimensional fast food chains in another dimension. I'm gonna call it Run Like the Speedily Liquefied Ham Hocks. It's a working title. This one going.
9. Changes their zones. Tharok is no longer here. Neither is Detroit Steel. So which one is I'm going to take Angrier's off. Take Tharok's. Detroit Steel. Then put Angrier back on near the end. Move them down a bit. Be closer to the part to where they can remove it and not be seen when the zone peg is inserted into the slot. Well, things. We have these two. Where are you now? Detroit Steel is up here. And Tharok is now in this zone. He is also in this zone, which extends from this square of this row across this row to here. Put yellow, black bead tube. On the way there, I have checked. See this? No one's in there. See these? These are zones we already checked. Fly. On the way there, Detroit Steel would be able to see this. Should probably do this in a frame of reference incipient in which is the attack, so that we can. So if we do, let's say we did find someone in one of these zones, we could maybe change our decision. Be prudent, because then you could stop mid-move and decide, oh, I'm not going there. Go somewhere else.